In this video, we'll talk more about borders. So here I have a border of 2 pixels, solid, and the color is blue. I can also control each of these values with a special property. So here for the border width, I just write border width, and let's say I want to make it 10 pixels. Okay, now our border is much bigger. And you can also notice that the rule that applies is the one that is written last. So here we have border width 2, and here we have 10. But because 10 is written after this one, it is applied. So if we move this up, we can see that now our border is 2 pixels. And if we move it down, our border is now 10 pixels. Okay, let's change it to 5. Now let's talk about border style. So we can write border style. And here, instead of none, we can write solid. Some other options would be dashed, and this border becomes like this. And another option is dotted. So now we have little dots. Well, the most common border is solid. That's the one you'll be using the most. And next, let's talk about color. So here we can just write border color. And here we can write any color. Let's make it purple. Okay, so you can control each of these individually, but border is just a short way of writing these. So when you write border, the first value goes for border width, the second value goes for border style, and the third value goes for border color. There is another border property that exists, but we cannot write it in a shorthand way, like here. So let me show you. The property I'm talking about is called border radius. So border radius, it is here. And here, first, let's write 0. So border radius is responsible for the corners. And here, if we write 0, it means that the corners are sharp. But now if we change it, let's say, to 10 pixels, you can see that our corners are rounded. And this curve is equal to exactly 10 pixels. Another thing is that this border radius property works even if we don't have any border. So let's comment this. And now we can see that the corners are still rounded, even though we don't have any border. Okay, let's recap. In this video, we have talked about borders. So we know that a border has 3 properties, which you can control individually: border width, border style, and border color, or you can use a shorthand notation. There's also a border radius property. This is the curve of a corner, and it is applied even if we don't have any border.